By far, I think one of my favorite coins on this narrative is going to be Beam, or Merit Coin. I go by Beam now. My buddy and co-founder at Neo Tokyo, Elliot, actually turned me onto this coin, and I'm a really big Beam bull.
You heard it there. Alex Becker loves Beam. Pentoshi, crypto Twitter whale, is also heavily involved. Two big names in the crypto space, boasting 880,000 and 714,000 followers on their respective Twitter accounts. Both of them are very excited and involved in the crypto gaming project Beam. Today, I will be analyzing the coin and seeing what all the hype is about. Before we get into the video, this video is not financial advice and is for educational purposes only. Please consult a financial advisor before making any financial decisions. In this video, I will go over the bull thesis behind the Beam token, the tokenomics, the risks, a price prediction, and then tie it all together with a moon score at the end. Get your notebooks ready. This video is going to be packed with information that you can't afford to miss. My thesis falls into three big themes: superior marketing and distribution, market tailwinds, and good token design. Alex Becker pitches this project as an infrastructure play. His video got over 200,000 views in 2 days. He has a significant audience and is very persuasive. This is a big plus for the project. Alex Becker and Pentoshi's names hold a lot of weight in the industry. Becker because of his personal brand and business acumen. Pentoshi because of his history of successful trading documented on Twitter. These two will help to bring in talent and capital, which will increase the chance of this project succeeding. In Alex Becker's video, he discusses Beam and compares it to buying Avalanche. Beam is a subnet on Avalanche that decentralized apps can be built on top of. Beam is optimized for gaming, but can support a wide variety of different apps. He explains the idea of beta in his video, showing that Beam is similar to holding a basket of crypto games. So when projects go up 100 times in the bull market, this coin has the chance to go up 20 times with less risk. Becker and Pentoshi's continued support will bring an increasing amount of eyeballs to the project as the bull market for gaming starts. The team has also invested in making sure that the product looks as professional as possible. If you scroll on their website, it looks like the website of any Silicon Valley company with millions in funding. This will help newcomers and non-crypto natives feel more comfortable with getting into crypto gaming. The smart move that I will cover in terms of marketing is that the team decided to migrate the token to a new ticker and change the amount of coins. They increased the amount drastically, dropping the price. This new unit bias will make it easier for people to mentally justify buying the token when the bull market comes. I know this doesn't sound rational, and that's because it isn't. But we all know humans are not rational creatures. Just look at how many people bought Dogecoin because the price of the coin was lower than the others. This merge is also good because it gives the token a new chart which can help with marketing. A wise man once said, "Narrative follows price." For the bull market, this will help as many investors rely heavily on technical analysis. Speaking of the bull market for gaming, let's look at the tailwinds for the gaming sector in crypto. The crypto market runs on narratives. Every cycle there are coins that reach multi-billion-dollar valuations with nothing but promises and fancy blogs. They trade on their promises. This happened with Cardano and other gaming projects like Decentraland and Sandbox. This cycle will be no different. So it matters less what Beam does and more about how it is perceived by investors. Gaming is growing at an extremely fast rate. If crypto can capture some of this, it will make lots of money for token holders. Another tailwind that will help drive the bull market is the increasing tendency for people to gamble. As currency gets devalued and cost of living increases, people will look for increasingly risky ways to get rich quickly. Crypto gaming can benefit greatly from this as it is a high volatility sector in a highly volatile asset class. There are a few more general tailwinds for crypto that are the 2024 Bitcoin halvening, the ETF approvals, Argentina's Bitcoin candidate winning the election, and CZ from Binance settling with the US government. One thing Alex Becker did not do was a deep dive on the token and explain all of its genius mechanisms. So let's jump into the tokenomics section. Tokenomics can make or break a coin. Lucky for us, Beam has properly thought out their token design. Beam isn't just an Avalanche subnet. It is also a token that unlocks access to a bunch of different incentives. The most important thing it gives holders access to is a vertically integrated DIO with a big venture fund that gives out dividends to token holders through token buybacks. At the time of recording, the DIO has over $48 million in venture investments. These venture investments include games and other projects that will help the subnet become more usable. For example, Ether, which is a decentralized computing network which will allow games to render smoothly on the subnet, improving user experience. The DAO had a vote on how they would use the realized gains. They ended up splitting the profits 4 ways: 60% to USDC for supporting Beam 10, 35% below the token price on chain. Bought back Beam will over time be the main source for Beam staking dividend. 20% to USDC for increasing non-native token balance in treasury. 5% in Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum to increase crypto asset balance treasury. 15% in Beam to buy back the token and send it to a burn address, essentially giving the holders of Beam a dividend. The token will also be used as the gas token for the Beam subnet. This means that every time you do a transaction, you use the Beam token. Because of this, the games will also use the token for transactions, and some of the games will purchase a significant amount of Beam so that the users of their game do not have to worry about paying for transactions in-game, which will in turn improve the user experience and help adoption. The token is also used for governance, voting in the DAO. There will not be any token emissions as stated before. The staking rewards will come from profits from the venture investments and other investments made in the treasury. There is currently 77% of the supply available on the market. Looking at all these factors, the Beam team and community have designed an intelligent mechanism for value to accrue to this token. Lots of reasons to demand it, low supply. That's a good combo for investors. Now, to look at a price prediction for Beam, there are a few comparable coins to Beam that are on the market. The main two are Ronin, the team behind Axie Infinity. The second one is Illuvium, ticker ILV. One is an infrastructure play and one is a game. In the last bull market, they reached valuations of $500 million and $1.1 billion, respectively. If we are to compare Beam to these two tokens, it's not very impressive. Market cap of Beam is already close to the all-time high market cap of Ronin. The gaming statistics for Ronin are much more impressive than the statistics for Beam. Ronin has 250,000 daily active users on their platform and has Katana, a decentralized exchange that is the second most popular by weekly active users. Looking back at Illuvium, Beam would only have to do a 3.27 multiple to reach its all-time high. But there is something important to be said, and it's that last bull market crypto gaming didn't reach product market fit. If we compare Beam to some other gaming projects like Decentraland and Sandbox, whose metaverse narrative penetrated the mainstream with Facebook jumping in on the trend, Beam has a long way to go on the upside. To the all-time high of Decentraland, Beam would do a 20 times multiple, and to the all-time high of Sandbox, it would do an 18 times multiple. If we look outside of crypto to other gaming companies, Valve, the developers behind the Steam marketplace, are valued at about $4 billion. Epic Games was assessed at a valuation of $32 billion in 2022. But this isn't private markets. Crypto markets get much more irrational. Last cycle, Cardano made it to a $95 billion valuation. It is important to add that Beam isn't just a gaming project. It gives access to many more things such as NFT marketplaces and decentralized exchanges, which can help boost its valuation. Also, not to mention that Avalanche will be supplying gaming with money. In 2022, they raised almost $300 million to fund growth. Here are some price predictions based on different market states. Although the fundamentals when it comes to onboarding users is weaker than Ronin, I think they will make up for it in their marketing department. Now, to get into the risks associated with this project. The most obvious risk is that this has never been done before. Merging crypto and gaming. There is a graveyard of crypto play to earn games that have fallen before this because they could not combine financial incentives and video games. If there are no crypto games that can sustain themselves, then it will be hard to keep a gaming subnet on Avalanche appreciating. Here are some of the charts of in-game currencies in the past. Special Love Potion from Axie Infinity. Treasure Under the Sea from Krabata. Vigorous from Pegaxi. If crypto games can't figure this out, then the subnet will not survive in the long run without a pivot. People who shill crypto gaming always point to World of Warcraft gold. But they conveniently leave the part out where if too many people got on the game and started farming gold to sell, that the price of gold would fall until it is not profitable to do anymore. This is what happened to in-game currencies for these crypto games in the past. If coins get minted and sold by players for income without the same amount or more money flowing into the ecosystem to prop the token up, the game will fail. It is just simple supply and demand. This is the reason why the only popular games on crypto are casino games. They are zero-sum games. The only way these companies can create value for their shareholders is if people spend money in the game, either through buying items like skins or through companies finding the user base of the game valuable enough to advertise to. If you look at the RPM on YouTube for gaming videos, they are very low because gamers are not valuable customers. If they were, then advertisers would feel comfortable spending more money acquiring them. If the games cannot get money from the customer's pocket into their token holder's pocket, they will not succeed. The reason why Epic Games was worth so much is because they sold millions of skins and battle passes. Until a crypto game can be good enough to do this and have people put money in the game with no expectation of a financial return, they will continue to fail. Other risks for this project are the obvious ones: hacks and exploits, key players leaving the team like Becker and Pentoshi, and that if the opportunity is good enough, that Web 2 competition will come into the space and beat Web 3 games with more funding and better talent. Now let's tie this whole analysis together with the Moon score. The team is unreal. They have 2 crypto hard hitters to help with marketing and management, which are 2 very important aspects, not to mention that their treasury didn't take a hit over the whole crypto bear market. This alone puts them in an elite tier. Another thing the team has done well is pivoting away from the guild system that the coin used to be tied to. The guild system in Play to Earn was not working out. Yield Guild Games was one of the first to do this idea, and this is how their coin turned out. The team's ability to adapt to changing conditions is crucial to the success of this project. 8 out of 10. The crypto gaming narrative is strong. It gets a 9 out of 10. Gaming is a growing sector and has a bigger market than music and television and movies combined. Even though in the risk section I pointed to a lot of reasons why this likely won't work out on a fundamental level, fundamentals don't matter that much in crypto. Price is what matters. This is a good story, and I think it will have lots of power when it comes to pumping the price of Beam. Community gets a 6 out of 10. They are not that active on Twitter, which isn't great for marketing, but they do have good ideas for the DAO. Bullish on them even though they need to step up their cult marketing skills. Complexity gets an 8. This is an easy project to understand. Most will be able to put the pieces together. Fundamentals and Tokenomics gets a 7. If it wasn't for them trying to crack a vertical in crypto where the incentives are misaligned, they would have gotten a much higher score. I can see this pumping when the percent chance that crypto and gaming will work out increases. But in the long run, I don't see it working out unless a team in the space can align incentives properly. Altogether, Beam gets a 7.6 out of 10. This is definitely a project that I will be keeping my eye on in the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more crypto content. Until next time.